for a BTEC in Media and Moving Image between 2006 and 2009. At the age of 15, Jamal was given his first video camera for Christmas, and it was then that he started to record his friends performing on the streets near his home in Acton, West London, and uploading the videos to his YouTube channel called SBTV, balancing his studies and a part-time job. After leaving college, he initially worked in retail whilst continuing to upload music videos to YouTube. His entrepreneurial spirit made him contact YouTube to see if they would allow him to get a percentage of advertising for his videos. They eventually agreed, and as the popularity of his channel grew, so did the income from his videos. Jamal is now a multi-million media mogul, and encapsulates the DIY ethos of the underground music scene, and is responsible for documenting the rise of a new breed of previously ignored video stars. SBTV, the first new media business on YouTube, now boasts a subscriber base of 693,000 with over 388 million views. Top celebrities such as Ed Sheeran and Jessie J have featured in his videos, and he has fronted a Google Chrome advert alongside Lady Gaga and Justin Bieber. He became one of the Queen's young leaders after being called upon to run the first ever social media hub at Buckingham Palace. So he and Prince Harry share that one with in 2014, Jamal was placed at number 2 in The Guardian's top 30 young people in digital media. And last year he became one of the youngest people ever to be awarded an MBE. Reflecting on his time at college, Jamal has praised his media tutor, who demonstrated his belief in him and what he was doing with SBTV, always offering support and advice. I'm absolutely delighted to be presenting this award to Jamal. Rather than give an acceptance speech, Jamal will be joined by Jane Hanson, the assistant principal at Ealing Green College, who will ask him a few questions about his time at college and career. So Jamal, would you like to come up to receive your... That's what Jane would like.
Okay, well this is very special, but I think we've already had so much emphasis on the value of tutors. I'm going to actually ask Gareth, who's Jamal's tutor, to come up and perhaps just do a little Q&A, because I think our staff deserve some support as well. So fantastic, Jamal, you've done just absolutely wonders, broken new ground, charted new territory, and I wish you every success for the future. But come on, Gareth.
We're going to do a little bit of a Q&A, so do bear with us. So I was Jamal's tutor when he was on our creative media production course many years ago. So first of all, I just want to say it was 2009, I think you graduated with us. So what are your main memories of studying at the college?
I think one of my main memories was trying to balance everything together. And it got to a point in college where I was working at Top Man, so I couldn't afford enough money from SBTV, but then I was also going to college. And one of the things that sort of Ealing and Gareth, literally my mum came in and it was like, we needed to decide what I was going to do. And we balanced everything out to sort of make college work for me, as well as working in Top Man, as well as doing SBTV. So I think the biggest thing that I learned going into that was the basics and the stuff like, I don't know if it will make sense to everyone here, but like storyboarding, editing, filming, like the proper basics of what I learned in Ealing College. So yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. It was quite funny when I came in and I see Gareth. I haven't seen Gareth in years. It was just like this guy proper like put me on the street and like, so I just got a lot of respect.
Thank you very much. As we know, you were already running SBTV when you were at college, and I can well remember you being in my classes, particularly in the music video classes, working on your stuff, and me saying, can you just get on with your assignment? So obviously it was a YouTube channel at that point, but how did you go about making it into the fully professional outfit that it is at the moment?
I think the thing that I learned in college was more the practical stuff, but the sort of the finance stuff about VAT and tax and receipts, I wish I had something for that. It didn't really come in my media course, but that's the stuff that I learned on the internet. And how I sort of turned it into a business is there was nothing really online that I was doing when I was filming, so everything that I was uploading, it was pretty new, and everyone was sort of watching it. I used to go around my college, used to go around where people used to hang around and tell everyone to watch SBTV. So after a considerable amount of views, everyone started viewing it, and then I realised, all right, cool, I can turn it into a business, because when I left Top Man, that's when the YouTube checks started to match the checks that I used to get at Top Man. So that's when I ran home, because I think my mum was like, stay in college, I'll leave you alone after college, like just complete college. And I started saying the YouTube checks are matching my Top Man checks, and then she let me leave Top Man so I can focus on doing SBTV, and then that's when I realised I could turn it into a business. And then when the Google Chrome advert came out, that's when all my mum and dad's friends started coming around and saying, your son's on TV, and then she sort of left me as like, oh, you're doing it. After that, it was much more of an easier process to balance everything around.
So there you go, when you're on TV, mum's okay with it. We've heard a lot about sort of potted history anyway of your career, but what have the highlights been so far in these last few years?
Do you know what, I never thought in a million years, when I got an email about the Gold Award for college, I was like, oh, that's sick. Like, so I've had so many awards, but I haven't had actually one. I didn't get one for my college, and I was like, not saying that I should get one. That sounds wrong, but
I'll just stop you, you got a BTEC.
As an award, I don't mean that that totally came out the wrong way, but it was sort of like humbling to be awarded from the college. But I think a lot of the main highlights that I've had over the years has been like what was reeled off earlier, like hosting the first ever social media hub in Buckingham Palace. That was pretty crazy. I remember walking in there, I was like getting a Wi-Fi code and that. I was just like, this is proper surreal. Another recent one is just sort of giving people a voice that necessarily might not have been heard before. Like over the past year, I've been finding a lot of artists that have gone through trials and tribulations, and they've used my platform to sort of voice their opinions. Like one of the most recent ones being mental health around male suicide, which is like, I think like the first or the second top killers of young men in the UK. So I use my platform to sort of push the message out there, and I got a lot of messages from young guys saying, oh, thank you for the video. And that to me was more important, like really important, because it's sort of saving lives. I never really thought my content would be able to change stuff like that. So I think what I want to use the platform going forward is sort of just being able to highlight important issues around the world. Obviously it started off film and music, but now I realise with great power comes sort of great responsibility.
As you say, you started off with entertainment and you've taken SBT into all sorts of other arenas, and we, the college, obviously extremely proud of you, and as I was saying earlier, you are a role model to both our students, and I think students and young people up and down the UK. Obviously the young people that I speak to on a day-to-day basis are creative media students, and very often they will say to me, either when they're applying, when they're interviewing, they ask, is it true, was Jamal there? And I say, yes it was, come on in. What advice would you give them for starting a career in the industry? Because obviously you are there at the coalface.
One thing I would say is focus, and the choosing teachers aren't all out to get you. I feel like when I talk to a lot of young people that say, oh, I'm in college or whatever, they always I feel like once I've left, I've seen how much impact it has. But I think when I talk to a lot of them, some of them, they're a bit like confused, and I'm just saying you have to just focus and stay on it. And I feel like a lot of the young people nowadays, the internet has created like a global business. Anyone get on the internet, start making videos and start uploading them, but it's just about how you focus and how consistent you are with it. So not to give up as well, because it took me, this is my 10th year. When I first started, it took me about 5 years to get to where some people would accept me. And I feel like if young people try something and it doesn't work within like the first 6 to 12 months, they give it up, and that's just the wrong sort of mind frame to have. You should always try and look at another way of how to provide for you, so if your thing that you want to actually do doesn't work, it will just sort of build over time. So I think the biggest thing that I would say is just focus and consistency.
Thanks, Jamal.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.